G'day everyone, it's James here from Yati Yoga, and I'm here to bring you another one of our chair stretch and exercise classes. I hope you've been enjoying the classes, and I hope you've been using the classes to assist your day to day living as well. If it's your first time and you've found us, please try and watch our previous classes. They're all there in our school community and also on YouTube. So the best is to probably start at class one and progress up to these classes. And then once you get up to speed, then you can join along. When it comes to just understanding your body, we always talk about working within your body. So not trying to do too much or too strenuous exercises at the start, or even for that matter, stretches as well. So just build into it. And as you do more and more classes, what you'll find is you'll be more comfortable with the positions and you'll be able to go deeper into those positions. So just remembering that as well. If you've got any pre-existing injuries, just always have them at the back of your mind as well. I'll just put the remote down. If you've got shoes on, please take your shoes off. We like to do our classes barefoot. Also, just making sure that you've got a nice firm surface, and also for that matter, a nice firm and strong chair. We're going to start at the bottom and we're going to work our way through the body as we do. And we'll just start off today just making sure that you're nice and comfortable in your chair. You can actually lean back if you've got some support at the back for the first one. Just extending one leg out. And I just want you to start flexing the ankle, so pointing the toes and extending. And flex and extend. And flex and extend. And every time you do it, just push a little bit more. So just add in a little bit more resistance. And do three more. 9. Last one. And 10. Okay, we'll put that foot down and we'll move to our opposite leg. And same thing again, just lifting the leg and just starting to point the toes and flex. Point the toes and flex. Just nice and steady. And just see if there's any difference in pain or movement ability between the two ankles. So just flex and extend. A few more. And 8. And 9. And 10. Okay. Now coming forward on your chair, so just wiggle forward on your chair. So just that your bottom's on the chair and the lower part of your leg is off the chair. Nice and tall with your body. And what we're going to do is just lift one knee off the ground and bring it down. And then the opposite leg off the ground and down. Now trying to keep your body nice and still and straight. It might want to lean over just to balance you, but you try and keep that torso straight. Hold the tummy in, chest up, and then just lift in side to side. 1 and 1 and 1 and 1 and 1 and 1 and 1. So just warming the lower body up. 1 and 1 and 1 and 1 and have a little break. Okay, this time what we're going to do, we're going to stay nice and tall in our chair. We're going to lift one knee up, and now what we're going to do is extend the leg. And 1 and extend for 2. Trying to keep the leg off the floor. 3 and up and 4. May feel some tension through the top of the quadricep muscle. 5. If you need a break, you have a break, but we're trying to push through to 10 if we can. 7. Up and 8, nearly there. And 9, last one. And 10. Okay. So if it feels a little bit warmer, a little bit of tension in that quad, that's great. That means we're working through that upper leg. Same on the opposite side. Lift the knee up. Bodies are tall and straight. Extend the leg for 1 and 2. Trying to keep the foot off the floor to keep the tension in that leg. 4 and 5 and 6. Keep it going. And 7. Straight bodies. And 8. Couple more. And 9. Last one. And 10. Okay. Going back to the marching. So just lifting the leg up. 1 and 1 and 1 and 1. So just add into, just increase the heart rate a little bit. Just trying to get those knees up. 1 and 1, 1. Nice and steady. And just being nice and gentle when you bring the foot down. So not crashing the foot onto the ground. Just using control on the way up and control on the way down. Last few. 1, 2, couple more, 3 and 4. Okay, very good so far. Next thing we're going to do is bring in the feet, instead of having them far out, bring them a little bit closer to your chair. And now we're just going to come up onto the toes. So lifting our heels as high as we can and bringing the heels down just before the ground and lift for 2. This is our calf raise that we've been doing. 3 and 4, up and 5, up and 6, up and 7, up and 8, up and 9, last one, and 10. We're going to do them standing as well, where we add our body weight into the movement. Okay, so warming up through the legs now, we're going to move on to our torso. So just what I'd like you to do, just arms out to the side, making sure that you've got plenty of space. Just rotate to one side. Remember, you're trying to look over your back arm and shoulder. And then bringing your arms back to center, head back to center, and turn to the opposite way. So twisting through the arms, your head turns and you're trying to look behind you, this time over the opposite hand. And breathe. Feel that tension, maybe in the shoulder, maybe in the hip. And then back to center. We'll do it one more time. Turn to the opposite way. Can we go a little bit further on the second round? Can you look a bit deeper behind you? Trying to keep the arms straight and tall, body tall. Breathe. And then slowly turning head and arms and shoulders all simultaneously back to that last side. Twisting both arms, head, neck, shoulders. Breathe. One more breath. And then slowly bringing everything back to center. Arms may feel a little bit warm because we've been holding them up. They might get a little bit tired through the joints, and bring them down slowly. Give them a bit of a shake. Okay, this time, right arm lifts up in front of you. Bring it across your body. Left arm dangles down and just bring it up and bend at the elbow to pull that right arm across to stretch through your shoulder. Just remember, it's up to you how much you want to pull on that arm. So the more that you pull on the arm, the more that you're going to create a stretch through that arm. So that's up to you to decide. Remember what we said earlier about just going slow at the start. And then slowly release it. Come back down. This time, opposite arm goes up. Sorry, across. We did that arm, we do this arm. So this time, left arm goes across. Right hand, pull it. And nice and steady. Again, you're in control of how much you want to pull and put tension through that shoulder. And breathe. And slowly release. So warming up through the legs, stretching through the legs, warming up through the torso, twisting. We're going to stand up now. So just standing up, what I'd like you to do is use your chair for support. We have done that in the other weeks. So I'm going to go side on just so that you can see what we're doing. But for the first one, what we're going to do is we're going to go back to those calf raises. So we did them in the chair earlier, and now we'll do them standing, making sure that you've got a nice straight tall body. So ankle, knee, hip and shoulder in a straight line, coming up onto your toes nice and high, and stopping just before the heels hit the ground. And 2, and up and 3, nice, slow and controlled. 4, up and 5, working through your ankles and lower legs. 6, up and 7, keep it going. Up and 8, your chair for support. 9, up and 10. If you need to have a break, you can rest those heels on the ground, have a break, and then join back up again. And 13, and 14. We progressively have gone from 10 to 15 now, and if you can want to try and push to 20, you can. 17, up and 18, 2 to go. 19 and 20, heels down. Whew. So if you feel a little bit of a burning sensation through the back part of your legs, again, that's exactly what we want to feel. It was like when we did our leg extensions and we felt it through our quads. Now we felt that tension building up through the back of the legs. Okay, next one that we're going to do. Holding onto your chair if you need be. Otherwise, you can have your hands out in front or across your chest like so. And we're just going to bend from the knee and come back up. And bend from the knee and come back up. This is our squat. 3. Now, 4, what you want to be doing is having a look down at your feet, 5, and you should always be able to see your toes. In other words, and I'll show you an incorrect one, if the knees come forward, we're not actually doing that squat correctly. So we want to be bringing our bottoms down like so. Last few, 3 and 2 and 1. That squat position will actually help us with our standing up from a chair. So it's a very important exercise to do as we age, and it's something that we can actually do daily. Just while we go back to that movement, which is the incorrect squat, that movement that we did there, a movement like that can actually stretch through the Achilles and calf, but there's probably a better way to do it. So you have to make sure that your chair's quite firm to the ground. So if you're on a slippery surface, I probably would not do this. If there is a rubberized surface or it's quite firm that the chair's not going to slide, you could do it. What we do from here, I'll move that chair slightly forward, but what we do from here, we place one leg close to the chair and then one leg a little bit away with the heel off the ground. And then what we try and do is just hold in nice and steady, not pushing too hard, but more so using the chair for support. We try and bring that back heel towards the ground. And you'll start to feel tension through that back rear leg and an opening of that calf muscle that we just did the calf raises for. It's the first time that through these classes that we've done this stretch. So again, it may take a few classes before we actually nail the right position to feel that stretch, but just trying to give it a go. This front leg doesn't drop back. This front knee is always pushing forward to create that stretch and tension so that that calf can feel this stretch. So we've been here for a good 20 or 30 seconds now. So we'll just release it. You can just step it out a little bit. And now we'll do it to the opposite leg. So this time the other leg's forward and knee bending forward. The other heel is off the ground. And we start to bring that heel towards the ground and we start to feel that stretch now through the opposite leg. Again, I've got gentle pressure on the chair. This knee is not dropping back. I'm keeping that tension going forward to create this calf stretch. And just breathing through it. Again, this is another great stretch to do and can be done daily. Can even be done on a wall more so than a chair. So if you do have a wall where you're doing these classes and it's a firm wall, pushing against the wall is another great option. A little bit longer. Okay, so just releasing that leg and walk it out. I'm going to actually turn my chair back to face you guys. Now we're going to work through the outer leg. So quite simply what we're going to do is you're going to have that chair for support. We're going to bring the leg out to the side, trying to keep the body tall because the body wants to shift over as well. So keeping the body tall, we bring the leg out, create some tension. We're holding for support and then we're just going to lift that leg slowly 10 times if we can. 3 and 4 small movements, 5 and 6 and 7 and 8 and 9 and 10. Maybe getting a little bit of a burning feeling through that hip area. Again, starting to work that hip in a position that we don't normally put it in. Okay, opposite leg. So get balanced through the opposite leg now. Lifting the other leg off the ground. Bodies are tall. Lift the leg out to the side. You can already feel maybe some tension there. And then 10 little leg lifts. 2 and 3 and 4 and 5, 6 and 7 and 8 and 9 and 10. Again, a little bit of burning through both hips. I'll turn back around again to give you one more, which we're going to do for our lower backs and glutes. Standing nice and tall, we're going to bend one leg up, making a right angle at the knee. We're not going to point the toes, but we're going to flex the heel as we did before in our first stretch. Bodies are straight, and then we're just going to create a little movement from the knee backwards and forwards. Backwards and forwards from the knee. 3 and 4. Bodies are tall, breathe through it. 5 and 6 and 7. feeling it through the upper leg, hamstring, into the glute. 8, 2 to go. 9 and 10. Release it. Swap legs. Remembering too that we're doing a lot of standing on one leg work, which can actually put a lot of more stress through one leg. So sometimes you may find that the standing leg can be more sore than the leg that's doing the work. Okay, this time standing on the other leg, we bend the other leg up at a right angle. Instead of pointing the toes, we flex the heel, and then we make that backward movement of the knee 10 times. Slowly, 3 and 4, 5 and 6, 7, 8, couple more, 9 and 10. Just releasing those legs, give them a bit of a shake out. Just moving those legs. We've done a fair bit through our legs now. We're just going to finish off with some arm work. So again, just making sure that you've got some space above your head. I just want you to bring those arms up nice and tall. And what we're going to do is we're just going to slowly bring our body to one side. Just feeling the stretch. The arms don't have to be fully straight. You straighten them as much as you can, even if they're a little bit bent, it's okay. And it's just bringing the body over to feel a stretch through one side. And then coming back to center. And then dropping to the other side. If only one of your arms is able to go into this position, that's fine. You can do this stretch with one arm, even whichever arm it is. So that's fine. You do what you can. I'll come back with both arms and then back to center. And then just releasing those arms. Bodies are tall, just lifting those shoulders up, rolling them around the back, dropping them down. Lifting the shoulders up, rolling them back and drop them down. 2. And up, roll them back and down. 3. Up, roll them back and down. 4. Up, roll them back and down. 5. Keep it going. You've got 5 to go. And 6. And up, back and down. And 7. Up, back and down. 8. Couple more. Up, back and down. 9. And up, back and down. 10. Okay. Staying behind your chair, keeping your hands by your side. As we did before the lean over, this time we'll do the lean over but with our hands by our side. So trying to reach to one knee on one side and center. Trying to reach to the opposite knee and center. And reaching down for 3 and center. And reaching down for 4 and center. And 5, making sure that we're not leaning forward or back. It's directly to the side for 6, couple more on each side. And 7 and 8, last 2. And 9, one more, great work. And 10. Coming back to your chair, taking a seat on your chair. Bodies are nice and warm. We started on the chair, we moved out of the chair. Now we've come back into the chair just to cool it down towards the end. Just bringing your chin to your chest and just doing some neck rotation. So just turning your head all the way around to one side, to the back, all the way around to the opposite shoulder and back around to the chest for 1. Chin to chest, chin to we go towards the shoulder. Rotate around the back and then back to the front of the body for 2. One more on this side. Rotating through the neck. Trying to keep your spine relatively straight as you do this. That's 3 to one side. Let's go the other way now. So change direction. See if there's any different feeling going one way or the other. There's 1. Go around for 2. Doesn't have to be quick. The slower the better. And rotate for the last time. And 3, chin to chest. Just bringing your head back to center. Another great little chair exercise and stretch class. Keep doing them. Keep improving, keep allowing your body to get stronger, allowing your body to get more movable, and really start to enjoy bringing what we do here into your day to day life. I'll see you at the next class. Have a great day.